The Global Bachelor's programme is such an exciting opportunity. It provides students such a wonderful opportunity to really dig deep into the topic that they're interested in, particularly as it relates to peace, conflict, and to the role of civil society in developing a peaceful society. To begin with a semester here at Queen's and to really get the academic grounding, and then to see students go off to different parts of the world for other study abroad semesters where they can deepen and expand their knowledge. It's just such a wonderful experience.
I wanted to study abroad because I really felt like, when you're in university, it's a very formative time in your life, and so you should just kind of grab every opportunity you get, especially ones that will grow your perspective and change the way you look at things. I also just think, seeing different parts of the world is very important, so study abroad just kind of collects all of that. I've adjusted really well. I was a little nervous at first, but I think a lot of the curriculum here is based on the effort that you put in, whereas in the US it's a lot more school structured. Here you have to focus on your readings and teaching yourself, along with going to class, which is something that I really like and I really benefit from. I love Queen's. Queen's has genuinely been such a good university and with such good people. Everybody here has been so welcoming and excited to have us here.
Belfast is emerging as such an exciting city to be in. There's so many initiatives happening all across the city, and the landscape of the conflict is still there. It's tangible. It's very much a part of your everyday life when you're here. At the same time, there's so many new initiatives, whether it's in arts, in theatre, in film, for example. They're emerging out of the conflict, but they're really contributing to the growth of a very vibrant, very exciting place to be, to study, to research.
It's been amazing. I mean, it's so incredible to see a whole different city, which I love, and just having the experience of GW and then just coming here, it's something entirely new, which is kind of what I was looking for. Belfast is such an amazing city. It's got so much history, and it is the third safest city in the world, which is also good for studying abroad. It's an awesome city and I love it.
Queen's is so privileged to be really connected in at so many different levels to the civic life of Belfast and Northern Ireland and beyond. On so many different levels, we have strategic partnerships with the National Trust, with major museums in the city. We are working very closely with communities, and I think that's a really important part of building a peaceful society, is that community engagement. And Queen's is so privileged to really be in partnership with community initiatives right across the city. That engagement with the people of the city, with the structures and the institutions of the city, completely informs our teaching. It gives our students a wonderful opportunity, for example, to work with museum curators, to actually be involved in oral history projects with community groups. It allows us to really teach what we know because we're experiencing it, and I think that informs so much of our classroom experience, and it allows the classroom to go beyond the walls right out into the city. It provides such a rich experience for the students.
I mean, you can't really go wrong coming to Queen's. It's a great university, it's very highly ranked, and it's also really good for studies, especially for most kids coming from the States. The opportunity to go abroad, especially to Belfast, to see how these different ideas and identities all come into play, especially for how that sometimes impacts the US itself. The opportunity to compare and contrast what's going on in different parts of the world is something that I think we sometimes lack. And so coming to Queen's University, having the ability to engage with all these resources is something that every global bachelor should engage with. Don't be afraid of making the change to come here, and don't be afraid of the fact that you don't know all the details or you don't know what's going to happen, and just really, throw yourself into the experience, spend your weekends abroad, see what the world has to offer, and really just embrace it.